All right, part two. All right, we good. We good. All right, so I'm back on here for about another 40 minutes or so. So we're gonna see what goes on. Let's see. All right. Let me get this. Let me get this link real quick. Time is way off. Let me reset that right now. All right, cool. All right. Y'all getting the notifications from YouTube? I know sometimes y'all get them, and then sometimes y'all don't get nothing. So I'm curious if you got them or not. I don't think y'all always get them. What's happening, Gregory? What's up, Bill? Oh, all right, Matthew, you got one. Yeah, I just was asking just now if y'all are getting the notifications. So, Boo, the last time you didn't get one then. When I went on live the first time, you didn't get one that time, right? So, Charles, what's happening? What's up, Rich? I haven't gotten one in weeks. What? See, that's why I can't trust. I can't trust YouTube. I can't trust them. Wow. Okay. So then I guess most people, they find out either through the group chat or when I post in these other groups. I got like 3 or 4 different groups that I post the link in. So I guess they find out that way. Wow, that's crazy. Okay. I'm drinking mad coffee today for some reason. Um, all right, so time is coming in better now. That's much better. So that's good. Take a closer look at these markets and see what's going on. So I think as of right now, we have an MRMH on the euro. I think I saw Walker post a video for the pound, but I didn't look at it yet. Let me look at that real quick. Take a look at that. I'm looking at that right now. This was for 325. $325. 7. So 7, 6, 5, 4. BT. All right, I saw BT at 40 some seconds in. 4, 5, about 48 seconds in. Okay, so there was a BT there. 48 seconds in. And then afterwards you had just speed. Oh man. For the pound, definitely not going to call that MRMH. For one, there was a BT. You did have time to wait for that also, based on pricing. And also after that, just the way that the market was moving and the amount of speed present. Nah. Nope. Because all that bursting, that's behavioral. So nah. That's a no on that. So I'm writing now in the chat. Okay. You looked at it, right? You're feeling me on that? Gary, what's up, man? Wicked, can you see the S&P? Don't really look at the S&P too much, Wicked. But from your reaction, it must be doing something dramatic. Right, yeah, DQ'd it for the back tick. Yep. Yeah, definitely didn't do what it should be doing at the end. And when you looked at the chart, instantly saw it was doing too much. Yeah, so, yeah, like, you know, it's like we want to be in calm waters. Put it like that. We want to be in calm waters. So that's a good thing to just be mindful of and remember when you're looking at what the market is doing. So that way you're not just applying parameters and basing your recognition of the MRMH off of only that. Like that's a good example right there. For if you're calling that MRMH, you're not looking at how the market was moving, because the market moving the way that it was definitely is showing that it ain't. Yeah, definitely. We definitely cannot slack with the protocol. That's right. That's right. The protocol is everything. That's why there's, there's so many pieces and components to it. Bill, I have no idea. I have no idea. Adoria says, I have a sticky note on my desk that says stability equals serenity. There you go. Yep. And it's so true, man. It is so true. So I think that the more you associate the just the feeling of that calmness and that peace and that tranquility with what the market should be looking like, if the market is not looking like that, then that ain't it. That's one of the reasons why I be nexting so fast now. Like as soon as I see shit ain't looking right, next. I'm out. And when I say I'm out, like I be out. Like I don't even be looking at what it's doing after. I don't care. Whatever I detected that was wrong, I'm gone. I'm gone. Because we know what everything should look like when it's right. You know what I mean? So if something looks funny, it ain't right. And it really doesn't matter what else might be not right with it. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Yes. You need one reason to DQ, one reason to next it. That's it. And a DQ is a reason to next it. So as soon as you get the reason to DQ it, you next it. Yep. Some of y'all are getting into a very good habit of doing that when you recording. As soon I've seen some videos, as soon as there's a DQ, the recording stops. And I'm like, well, damn, what happened to the rest of it? But that's actually an awesome habit. And anyone that's doing that, I want you to keep doing that. As soon as you see the DQ, just turn it off. Clip it. J. Carly, what's good? She's funny. She said number 2. Oh, shit. Yo, it is very cold outside. It's crazy how the cold comes from wind. Because the temperature, like, it's like 40 degrees, but the wind is making it feel like 25 degrees right now. Like it feels mad cold. That wind chill is crazy. Tyler, what up? Yeah, there was a moment of silence. Moment of silence for all the traders who be losing. Mess around with these markets. See that EU? Saw what that just did? For anybody watching the EU. That burst. Next. As soon as I see that, I'm out. Pew. Aussie just did it too. Aussie did it. It was about 16 seconds left on the clock. Nope. Next. Pound just now looks like it just remained in that same position that it was in, but it was out of position. Not out of position. It was more so it did not have sufficient distance. But the pound just now on that one actually held. But again, observation. Moolah, you rather have short, tight candles or price movement? Over big candles? And yes, on any day. Hell yeah. If you're looking at the visual representation of it, yeah. But you have to really be observing the market and being tuned with what the market is actually doing, because sometimes you might have like a diamond in the rough. You might have a needle in a haystack where it'll do it temporarily, but the overall environment and behavior is still not there yet. And that's the bigger picture. That's the macro. So you really want the macro to be there. And then when the market drills down, it will potentially present you with the opportunities afterwards, versus trying to catch the needle in the haystack, because it's very difficult to do that. You trying to get the needle in the haystack when the overall macro was not there yet. And it gets more difficult when you try to do it that way. So for that reason, the observation of the actual market itself, that's the actual skill. If you just rely on the chart, you could be fooled at times, because you don't know how the actual movement is unless you're looking at the actual movement of the market. So that's why we rehearse without the chart. If I'm using the chart, I'm using the chart after I've already done it in my head. Like when I do my glance, I'm doing the glance without the chart. I don't even pull up the chart unless there's a reason to look further. And that's if I even decide to pull the chart up at all. I mainly do that on training because of newer folks who are just more comfortable with the visual aid that the chart is giving. So I'll incorporate the chart into the what I'm looking at when I do observation for that reason. Damn, Tyler, you just getting off from work? What time is it where you at, Tyler? It's 4:23 in New York. What time is it there? It's 4? Okay. Oh, you on East Coast time? Damn. You just getting off in the afternoon? No, that's about right. What am I talking about? Oh, so you get off at 4. Got you. Oh, that's why you said bankers hours. I got you. I got you. Yeah, you're right. That is bankers hours. Yeah, most banks close between 3 and 4, unless it's a late night. Usually either Thursday or Friday is the late night for banks. They close like, maybe 6 o'clock. I know that's right. Right. Not a banker, but I'm willing to talk to some financial people, no doubt. Yeah, you don't got to be a banker to talk bank. Shit. We gonna talk that bank shit. You ever get a call from a bank and get invited to open an account at the bank? Got a call from another bank with an invitation to open up an account there. They said that they had a bonus. I'm like, is that normal? I don't think that's normal. Where a random bank calls you talking about, we would love for you to open an account here with us, and we got a bonus when you do. I'm like, first of all, how'd you get my phone number? Like, you got my real number. How you get my real number? Yeah, but I think that I don't care what they say. They be sharing information even though they say that they don't. Your number's on the list. It's on the list somewhere. You said it was probably a scam? Nah, it wasn't a scam. It was the actual bank, not the manager of the bank, but one of the, what do you call them? The people just that be at the desk. I guess the and it wasn't a customer service personnel either. It was like they were the head of some department at the bank. Oh, it was wealth advisory. That's what it was. Okay, so actually no. That's not a regular bank call then. That's more so them. They're trying to get you to open an account for purposes of wealth management. So yeah, that's what it actually was. Cause I knew the bank, and I was asking him. I was like, "Who's the manager over there?" When he told me the manager's name, I was like, "All right, so this is the bank actually calling me," because I know the manager at that bank. So yeah, I was very surprised that they like were calling, and I was asking them. I was like, "Well, why? Like, so, how do y'all determine who y'all are calling? And like, this is what y'all do to build up the business for that department?" He was like, "Yeah, we got a list with names and numbers on them." I was like, "Aha." Some random banker saw your vids. I'm gonna get this guy on my accounts. It's Saturday. No, but I know for certain that when you have long banking relationships, your name does. They got a list that they all see. Like, I don't care what they be saying about privacy and all of that. They have a list that every bank has access to. And I think that they must know what type of accounts you have, like the size of accounts. I don't know how they distribute the information, but yeah, they all got access to that information. Yeah, that's what it is. See, because they'll sell your information, but they're trying to sell your information anonymously. In other words, they're not selling your name, but they're selling your numbers. Like, whatever category that you might fall under, they are selling that information. That's how they determine stats. They know what percentage of their account holders, have account sizes of such and such, or less than this amount, or more than that amount. Yeah, when your accounts start getting heavy, you get a lot more respect. You definitely do. And I think the same thing also happens like with credit and, like mortgages, or if you get a new type of car loan or even a lease. Like, your information is just out there, kind of. It's out there. And it is what it is. Wow. That's funny that you say that, Winston, because that's who it was. It was Wells Fargo. That's exactly who it was. And the thing about it is that it not only was it them, but it was the branch that I know of, that who I know people at. Like, I know people that are working there. I know the manager, and I know one of the customer service people, and the guy that called me, I didn't know. That's why I was like, what branch is this? He told me what branch it was. I was like, what's the manager's name? Told me the manager's name. I was like, oh, okay. So I knew that, him naming names just let me know that it was a legitimate call. But I just was like, well, why are you calling me? Like, why are you calling me? Even though I knew why he was calling me. Yes, that is exactly right. Tyler said they don't disclose your full name, but your phone number, your email, right. All of that. All of that. Yep. They like, listen, your email is fair game, bro. Right. They claim for advertising purposes. Yep. Very true. But they ain't slick. They ain't slick. Banks be trying to get you into loans, man. They want to get you into loans and lines of credits. And I don't like either one of them. Line of credit is good if you have a business and to build up the business's credit, but you use the line of credit the way that, it's intended to be used as a profitable business. Whenever you are pulling from it or borrowing from it, you pay that line of credit off with the profits from whatever you used it for, if that makes sense. So say you had a line of credit for 50,000 and you take 20,000 of that and you invest that in something that you already know you're going to make money from. You know what I'm saying? Like it's done already. You already made the money, kind of. You're just using the line of credit instead of using your actual money. The reason that you would do that is because you're leveraging the credit aspect of it. And when you leverage the credit, you are constantly building up the credit, but you're really never at risk because you're using the money that you actually have instead. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the money to do it, but instead of using the money, you establish a line of credit, use the line of credit, and then just pay it back from whatever you are making as far as profits from whatever you invested it for. So like in those scenarios, that makes sense to do it that way. Not you got a line of credit and then you go tap the line of credit to buy a car. Like that's that's no, you don't do it like that. People be doing that and then they end up owing on the line of credit and paying interest. So to be educated, and like to know how to use things as leverage, I think is smart. And if you don't know, learn. But like that's one of the things that I learned early too when I was younger is to just be around people that got more than me. Like I need to learn from people that got way more than me. I need to know like how they move and what they be doing. Yep. Sit down and have lunch and pick their brain, stuff like that. Rich said, my peoples are well, such a great link to have in the bank. Hell yeah. Yep. He said they just go on Facebook for the rest of your details. Very true. Very true. Yep, it's interesting. It is. Tyler, but I need the new highest luxury car to appear successful, Mark. How will anyone believe me without any background if I don't drive a Lamborghini? Silliness. I always wondered if people really thought like that, and I think that some people do. Some people be fronting, but why? It's like I don't even think that. I mean, do people really still fall for that? Like, do people actually look at that? Like all of these cars and just the fake promos. Like you talking shit in the Lamborghini or whatever type of luxury car that you driving and how you doing this and doing that. Like people still look at that and really be getting like pulled in. I thought like I don't know. I just thought that people just like know that that's not official. Shit is corny. It's corny to me. Like I would have more respect for just somebody driving a Kia. You got a Kia, but you know some shit that I don't know. I'm gonna listen to you. I got more respect if you be like, yo, this is my Kia right here. It's paid off, paid for, and this is what I do, and this is how I move. I got way more respect for you doing that shit. Yeah, that's what it is, right? Programming. Yep. To just be impressed by nonsense, like. Tyler said they for sure do. Used to follow a few on Facebook. They're sitting in the Lambo and have photos of them in a Porsche. But on their Snapchat, they constantly in a Nissan Maxima. Yo, it's like busted. Yeah, I ain't been on Instagram in a minute, I don't think. Like looking through Instagram, I haven't done that in a while. So I guess I'm missing on the Lambos, huh? My goodness. Tyler said like the 80-year-old couple that gets scammed by the IRS phone call. The man and social security numbers else. That's sad. That's very sad because I think that like the older that you get, the more paranoid that you get. So, you more likely to fall for that the older that you get, where you kind of like not in your right mind really, and you don't remember things, and you scare easily. If you scare easily, it's crazy. Champagne lifestyle on a penny budget. Wow. He said IG really just people highlight reel, not the full picture. Got you. So in other words, fake it till you make it. Yeah, I always want to see like what people really be doing. Like I think I enjoy that more than anything. Ernest said Lamborghinis and Photoshop model chicks. Right. Right. That's crazy. Man. The stuff people be doing for fame and I guess notoriety. He said Photoshop model chicks. Oh man. I think people still be chasing followers too. Like they like the vanity metrics to determine how successful that they are. They looking at their numbers. But they be trying to go for, like get followers by any means. Clickbait. Excuse me, lying, fronting. I guess all of that, huh? Tyler said, I know my profile picture can be found all over Google, but I promise I took it, I own rights to it. Or even if you using like like you might have a picture of a car or something that you want to have in the future, like as part of your profile or something like that. But when someone looks at it, they're looking at it like, I wonder if he either has the car, maybe that's the car he wants. But they're not seeing all of your posting of you fronting in the car. You know what I mean? So like I see people do that. Sometimes people might have their vision board or something that they looking forward to getting or something that they looking forward to having. Sometimes people use like a beach background or something like that, you know. So I understand that. But when you go into their actual feed and you look and see what they doing all the time, that's when the truth comes out. Definitely. Yeah, man, just tell the truth. Shit. Tell the damn truth. Rich to the 9-year-old picture. Oh my goodness. Yeah, these markets overall, they have slowed down. Yep, they have slowed down. Okay. Winston said it used to be that pictures were owned by the person who snapped the shot. As soon as you use a platform, the platform you are using owns the rights. Yeah, pretty much, because once it's on the platform, if it can be distributed, even if you take it down, they still have a Bro, I hope you don't plan on staying here. I'm about to leave. They always do this. Yo, it's like this car's a magnet. I kid you not. It's a whole block. You got room up there, room back there. Why you pull right here? Shit is crazy. All right, anyway. All right, so overall, these markets look pretty good now. They have slowed down. Yep, they definitely have slowed down. So we moving in the right direction. So I'm gonna see how things look when we reopen. We might see a little something pop up. Just tell them on New York City parking. Huh? What you talking about, Stacy? What you talking about, Willis? Oh, I own the street. I could tell them that. It ain't gonna mean much. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them all, and there you have the facts of life. I kind of want to see the fact. I want to see like old shows. I don't know why I just had an urge to just want to see mad old sitcoms, but I do. Heard of Quab, song title Wrong or Right. Quabs is the artist. Let's go to the videotape. There it is, pulled up. Quabs, Wrong or Right. 6 years ago. Let's hear it. Oh, I like the video already. The video looks like the song is going to be good.
I don't wanna be a leader. I don't wanna let you down. I don't even need to see you turn your life around. No, are you running away? Cause someone told you never.
Yeah, I like that. That's hard.
Are you running away? Come on, I'll do you better. Cause there's something that I need to let you know. If you're looking for a place to hide, it's alright. I will always try to look the other way.
That's hard.
And if you're ever caught between the lines, alright. We are one and I will always keep you safe.
Rich, the guy dancing, is the guy dancing the same guy singing or no? That's pretty good. Ooh. Ernest said, even if you own the rights to the picture on the platform, it's still sitting on their server. So it's not that they own the rights to the photo, but you're in their house. Right, right, right. Yeah, they have the photo now because it's data. So as soon as you upload it to the platform, they're gonna have it forever, even if you delete it. Oh wow, you never saw the video? That's funny. Tyler says starts new channel solely focused on obtaining Wi-Fi and parking in the streets of New York City. Yo, what's funny is, you know what's funny? People probably would want to watch that shit. People would probably get a kick out of that. You just driving around, trying to get Wi-Fi, ranting, getting upset, yelling at people, double parking. Oh shit. I think that would be pretty funny. Can you imagine if somebody actually did that? Yeah, that's funny, Tyler. All right, so it's 4:50. I'm logging out. Market look good though. Markets look good. They look slow. They've slowed down. And that behavior starting to clean up. So I like that. Rich said you'd be shocked to know how many folks doing it, jumping out the car. A lot. A lot. It's a lot of road rage out here, man. A lot of road rage. People be wilding out. Yep, you're right about that. Oh yeah, right. Right. The car towing show. Yeah, on that, they be showing like all the drama that goes on from the perspective of the tow truck drivers, right? Like how people be flipping on them. Yeah, you're right. You know what I think it is? I think that we're entertained by anything, especially the more real that it is, the more entertaining it is. The fact that you know that this is actually happening, like it wasn't staged or anything. I think that people are more entertained by that than they are by something that's written. Yeah, that's what it is. Yep. And it says a lot of frustration on folks that road rage just an excuse to spaz out. Exactly. Right. They already mad about a bunch of shit. They mad at the fact they got to go to work, all type of stuff. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. For that reason alone, I would never drive a tow truck. I wouldn't do that. Where you got to go around like and confiscate people's cars? Hell no. Nah, I ain't doing that. Yeah, definitely. Yep, keeps people from searching for better. That's true. Fitz, what would you do if someone cut you up? You mean cut you off? And then you honked and they blocked you and got out of the car. Would you stay in the car or get out to drive off? Oh, one, would you stay in the car or get out? Two, drive off. Three, get out of the car and smack and accept consequences. To be honest, I don't know. I can't say what I would do in the circumstance because there's too many variables that go on. Like to be honest, you really don't know what you would do until it happens. Then you know what you would do. because you in the moment. You honestly don't know what you're gonna do. I know what I make a conscious effort to do. I always make a conscious effort to think first before I act. It's very easy to react. If you just reacted off of your emotional energy all the time, you're gonna run into a lot of problems. Because I think that that's what causes problems is emotional reaction without thought process first. So I always try to make it my business to flip that process around. I think first, even when the emotion is there too, because sometimes the emotion is there and it's strong. It's like, yo, like anytime you do the yo and you pause, that's the moment right there for you to either think or to act. If you don't think, you'll act. And if you act, depending on how you wire it, that'll be what actually you're gonna do. You know what I mean? So me knowing myself, I always try to think first because it's very easy to react with emotion when somebody violates you. It's very easy to do that. And I try not to do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly, Rich. Exactly. Right. You know, everybody's upset who's in that situation. And law of averages, you gonna meet a madman. Right. Right. Yep. Rich said depends on how close they get. Bad. You ain't lying. He said my car is a great weapon. Fizz said I'd be worried about law and back down. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, the reason that I'm saying I can't respond to that is because I honestly can't. I don't know. I know what I would make an effort to do. I definitely would make an effort to think first because especially because I know myself. And anger and emotion and reacting is something that's like a reflex, you know, if you wired a certain way. It's just like if somebody hits you, you know, if you got hit, my immediate reaction is hitting back and hitting back harder than you hit me. So it's kind of similar to that same dynamic. It's like if somebody punched you, you're not really thinking about, should I punch them back? It's like an automatic reflex to hit back. So you honestly don't know. But I would pray that I would never end up in a situation like that. That's what I pray for all the time. Just stay away from me. Leave me alone. I'm gonna leave you alone. You know what I'm saying? Let's leave each other alone. How about that? So we don't gotta find out who's who and all of that type of shit. Yep. That's true. Rich said the emotion is normally bigger than the actual moment. Yep. Yep. And if you're not good at controlling your emotions, Lord have mercy. He said law's on your side if they have a weapon. Become self-defense. And I'm not sure I would want to be in that scenario where they got one and I don't. It's different if we both got something. If you got it and I don't, there's a problem. And I got a problem. Because now I got to figure shit out to try to maneuver to get away from what you got. Yeah. Fizz said my reflex would be shit if I hit, can it get worse? So let it go. I'm not scared of the fight, but I don't want to get into law politics. I mean, yeah, like shit. Sometimes you got to think about the consequence of what you end up doing. It's like you got to run through it and you don't have a lot of time to run through it. When you in the moment, it's like thinking, all right, well, if I do this and I end up going to jail, like what's gonna happen, my kids, my wife, That, you know what I'm saying? And the thought of that can bring you back down because you're like, you know what? I can't do that because of my kids. So that's what I mean about your thought process. You gotta, it's like you have to think about the consequences that are bigger than what you're doing in that moment. You got to think about that type of shit. You do some, that's crazy because you reacted and all of that. Now you away from your children. Now your children ain't gonna have you for X amount of time or however long. That scares me more than situations scare me. I'm more scared to be away from my kids than I am to deal with shit in the street. You understand what I'm saying? So because of that, I think that my reactions naturally, because that's built into me, I elevate the thought of being away from my kids and I put it up high so that I don't do shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I know if I do certain shit, that's what's gonna happen, and that scares me more. So that's one way. That's one mechanism that I use. That's one mechanism that works for me, definitely. And it's like to be honest, I think that you end up having kids just so that you stay out of trouble. That's what I believe. Let me get out of here. I'm gonna holler at y'all.